Hey folks, Brian here with Board Buds. Uh, it's Gundam GD04 release weekend, so I thought today we'd celebrate by opening up a box. Just got back from our release event. Saved one of these to open up at home. So let's take a look at what's inside and hopefully we get some good hits here. This is the fourth set. I've been playing pretty much since beta, basically. So I'm pretty excited. A lot of things in here that I think will lead to some interesting archetypes. I am a big Vulture fan, so I'm really looking forward to more Vulture cards, but also a lot of cool stuff in here. I know a lot of people are excited for Turn A, as well as some other pretty cool cards. You can see a unicorn on the front. So we got ourselves 24 packs here. You know, looking to get some alt arts, 2 per box, plus a resource. If we're lucky, we'll get a SP, or maybe we'll pull a God pack or something, so that would be pretty cool. Let's get into it, though, here with the first pack. I'll try to show off some of these cards, just to, get to see. I've seen all of them, but it's fun to look at the art. So, yeah, I said Vulture, well, there's Jamil's Gundam X, not actually Vulture, though, but we'll take it. I do like Choo Choo's Demi Trainer from Mercury. A lot of Choo Choo fans out there. Fighting Alone. Kind of an interesting card. I think first Silver Bullet is the link there, which is actually a pretty good. Silver Bullet is a pretty good card. Sophie Pallone. Command card. Pretty interesting thing going on with the Witch set. Gundam Virtue. Nice to get some of the CB stuff in red. Policis. Kind of an interesting Vulture card, actually. Financier. First, be able to get an EX base out of nowhere. Gundam Thrown Dry. Abaku. And Soletta Mercury herself. First LR there. Gundam Feract. It's a pretty interesting card. Breach Fry is always good. The EX resource stuff could be pretty interesting. We'll see how the synergy is. I know kind of Academy needs some help, but the new cards seem kind of pretty interesting. And, our favorite token, the legs. Into pack 2 here. Another Fighting Alone. Another Witches from Earth. Another Industrial 7. Another Virtue. It's going to be like the same pack. Armory 1. This is actually kind of a funny card. All players draw 1 on Destroy. I was playing this during we did Sealed for our release event, so it's pretty funny. We were both running on our match, so we just had a ton of cards. Kapool. Pretty fun effect on that one. Dix. Luna Maria. I'm a big Luna Maria fan. Looking to build a deck with her. Another Paula. Gian Armor. That's pretty interesting. I was looking at building a CB deck using Curios and then lock on with some of the Breach Dynamis cards, so I think this one is actually pretty good. The effect to get something possibly back also could be pretty good. Another LR, Turn A, which is pretty interesting. He gets to basically copy any effect that's in a graveyard, which is pretty cool. And an EX base, which we have 1.5 million of. Pack 3. just to show I'm not messing with the cards at all. Izuma Colony, kind of a weird base. Flat, our boy. Lifrith 2.0. Backup, Vulture Command. The Hip Heavy, I just like this card, funny art. Inspector, iffy on this card, could do something. Another Exia, no link, but low level if you need one. Psycho Gundam from GQ. Trinity Worship. And Riddy, who pairs with that new Banshee. That looks pretty scary. Probably end up seeing one here. Rosamia, which is that our first blue card that we've pulled, which is interesting. Graham's Union Flag. I really like this unit. Just cool. We'll see if Superpower UN can actually end up doing something, but I'm gonna try. But the alt art on this is really cool, so I would like to find that if possible. And then Leopard Destroy. This guy, I think, pretty good. I'm gonna test him out in my Vulture deck. I think the 2 damage on attack. Hopefully you're getting a choice and taking something out. And the Vulture pilots do have a lot of 2 HP, so could pop that up. Generic Vulture Link 2, I think, pretty good card to have in there. And then our Destiny resource. Let's go in a pack 4. So we were hoping for an SP. I will take a God pack. That'd be nice. Haven't seen one yet. Trinity. Grissa, for you Ollie fans out there. Eudynamis, kind of interesting. Lowers damage. Could be pretty cool. The Wallaby Daughters. Destined Battle. Our Borgenorn. Margit Fingerhat from Victory. Elan. Reformationist, kind of a weird card. Lets you either deal damage or get a Trans Am on burst. So maybe. It's not a lot of damage, but could be interesting. Heinz Goof. Silver Bullet, I was talking about that before. Seems pretty strong. Lowering effective damage, plus you have the stat line blocker of like a perfect strike, which is just kind of good. So I think probably going to go in almost every white deck. Another LR, Victory Gundam. If you have 3 or more Ligue Militaire, draw 1 on attack. Could be really strong. We do like card draw, but it'd be interesting. I mean, he makes a bunch of tokens, so theory would be doing this a lot. But we'll see. Fract resource. I'm just going to fix here. Purple pile. And then we'll have our white, red, and blue. I am still kind of surprised how little blue cards I've pulled, but who knows. Next pack. Esperanza, another Vulture card. Kind of interesting. Draw a card, deploy from trash. It does link with Enel, which could lead to some pretty cool stuff with the Death Touch. So a little excited for this. I think I'll put it in my Vulture. This is however you pronounce that, sleeves. Choose 1 enemy base, steal 1 damage. I actually did manage to kill a base with this during our sealed event. But, I mean, it's a Xeon card, so it could be okay. Not really sure. Core Booster. Lonomaria's Gunnerzaku Warrior, my favorite unit to use in Gundam Versus. The Gym 3. Gundam Thrones Vi. the new Sword Impulse, the Core Fighter from Victory, Core Fighter, new Gundam with high maneuver, and our turn A gets AP +2. Another Soletta. And the new Exio. I actually did not realize this was a rare. That would explain why I have so little of them. And a Victory Resource. I'm actually going to kind of lower our camera down here. Hopefully take care of a little of the glare. Make it a little bit better. So we'll move some stuff in range. I should have some sleeves on me, but I don't, so we'll just have to be careful with all alt arts. Assuming there is one in here. Should be two, but so far, nothing. The Shoku. Alvatori. I am a big Alvatori fan. A little bit disappointed in what his kind of effect ended up being. Didn't get an alt pilot. It's just kind of a command pilot, but I'm going to try and make something with him. Sochi from turn A. Dynamis. You can play this rested to deal 2 damage. I actually really like this card. Playing 2, I think, in my Curios deck. Another DOP. Karmas this time. The Hindry. Financia. And Thrown Dry. This is pretty interesting. You can basically unrest it when it gets rested, which plays nice into a lot of this CB Trinity stuff, especially her pilot effect. Aoku. Frieden 2. Still not sure about this card. The effect is nice, but it's pretty tough to get 7 early game when this is more relevant. But, I mean, it could stop a Lefrith pretty late on, which is nice. Mr. V-Dash. Oh, that's what we want to see. The LR plus Unicorn Awakened. That is a beautiful card. Suppression minus 2 AP when you activate main interactions. Yeah, Bandit really does a nice job with these alt arts. We are going to put that right there. And the wire guided arm. Okay, that's one alt art down. Hydri. Trinity, I think that's the first we've seen of them. Plus 2 AP for your CB units. This is a blue Zawart or the Zoluet. Just a 3/2 blocker. There is Hein for his goof. GN armor type E. Just XE on the armor. Plus he gets the effect, which could be interesting. Gets rid of tokens, which is nice. Not a lot of level 1 units, so. Tail Booster, that's pretty good. Attack active is always nice. Arman, Hallelujah, Haptism. This is your draw engine for your Curios CB deck. So I do like this. Gaplant. Gundam Nodley, kind of interesting card. I'll have to see how it plays out with the kind of virtue side of playing CB. And a Virtue Trans Am. These are pretty cool. They got like Death Touch, which could be interesting. And Lorenz Hawk. Just a bouncer, but works with turn A. And the turn A resource. So we're looking for an SP if possible. I have pulled another SP today, which was the ale. So we know there was one more in the case that we bought these boxes out of. See if we get anything in Tokawan. Enel, I don't know if we saw Enel yet. She gives Death Touch on Link, which is pretty nice for Vulture, has a lot of generic links. It's Paula and Frieden, there's a Vulture pile. Rosamia, for you Psycho Gundam lovers. Another Heinz. Victory and Alley's an Act. I mean, Superpower Block doesn't seem like it's going to be good, but I still want to play around with this. It seems fun. And a Banshee. Garma's up again. Quite a lot of Garma's up. And another Hindry. Air flat. Hip heavy. Rosmia. Marbet. Elon. Ooh, Gundam Curios Trans Am. That is a cool card. Love the scene in the anime. Plus, just, yeah, get First Strike and Breach 3 if you have both Alalias out is pretty sick. Crystal Demeanor. I like this card and kind of want to try it out with a couple things. Get to bounce 2 units that are level 3 or lower. Also the alt art, I am looking for that. Looks really nice. Armory one. Hamrabi. Shoku. Alvatore. Sochi. There, Dynamis. Frieden. Psycho Gundam. Trinity. Ready. Eaxia. Ooh, I need more of these. Overwhelming Pressure. It's like the big ping spell. No burst though, which is a little sad, but probably be a little too much if they gave burst to everything. And our Penelope resource, I believe. The 9th tactical testing. Spiritual support. I don't know if we've seen that yet. Tested battle. Man, Alejandro. Financier. Psycho. Another Marbet. Uso. And the Kikaroga. Looking kinda halfway-ish. Ish. We still got a couple little, well, probably like 5 more LRs, I think, in here. Thrones. The Machine Del Squad. Sakurello. It's a funny card. I guess maybe if you get Breach, that'd be kind of interesting. Sword Impulse. Gunvova. Oh, Ali. I don't think we've seen him yet. Turns the pilot to hand on the swing. Pretty interesting effect. Banshee. And Airmaster Burst. I'm not too big on this just because you gotta run wits, which means you gotta run the command pilots, which I'm not huge on. And the effect is okay. It's decent. And our Psycho. It's a big boy. Kind of like this, actually. Wish it was paired with both 4 and Rosmia, but can't win them all. Or Link, I should say. Wallaby. The Gym 3. Slugger. Shrike Team. Xavier's. Shoku. The Risen Zillow. I mean, those are both kind of the same card where they get lower cost. Their level starts lower than their cost, which is kind of an interesting mechanic. Trinity. Another Trinity. And our LR is a Xiong. It's to make tokens when he dies. Pretty apt of the enemy. Or the head flies off when he dies. Alright, our last one of this stack over here. Let's take a look. The flat. Always need more flats. Hopefully the more blockers slow down the game a little bit. I am guilty of running blue-purple, but it'd be nice to kind of see some other decks shine. Hey, Raise Blaze Zaku. Pretty cool unit. I just like the Zaku's from Destiny. And there's our Zai. Alright, should be hitting an altar here soon, I would think. Xavier. Another flat. Yeah, so we did sealed for our event today, which was 6 packs, 30 card deck, no color restriction. Did okay. Didn't really see a lot of good links in my pile, which made it a bit rough. It kind of comes down to, but I do think it's fun. You get to play with all the new cards, and you know, it's not just reliant on the structured deck cards. We did see the back there was yellow, which means we're probably getting something here. So I will shut up for a second. Be anticlimactic if it was not. Good deal. Noria. Aliel. I have a feeling I know what this card is. I see the purple. Hey! I actually have one of these already. But it's a pretty cool looking card. I do love those Zaku's. Well, now we're just looking for a resource. Maybe a SP, and maybe we hit a God pack. I don't know. Just a new set. Like I said, I'm building a Curios deck. Building out my Vulture deck from the last set. Hopefully you get to play that new Double X. Seems pretty fun. I'm going to try something with Superpower, and it's kind of be my for fun's deck, just to bring to locals. Other than that, I think I'll probably try to do a Destiny deck if I can pick up some more Destiny LRs, but they've kind of been avoiding me. So, I don't know, maybe I've been getting a lot of Zeongs. Maybe that is my next calling. It'll be interesting. I think biggest winners, Unicorn seems like it's got some disgusting new stuff, so I expect to see a lot more of that. I do see a lot of Academy, so we'll see a lot more probably. Hey, curious. Talk about that a little bit. CB. On Link gets AP +2 for each of arrested CBs. Turns it into kind of a disgusting unit because, when this is rested with red, Hallelujah, you're looking at like a 5/5 with first strike just when it rests. Yeah, and it can turn into like something ridiculous. So it is kind of a menace. Do like that card. Sand. Alright, 10 less 5 here. I do hope Vulture ends up being, better this time around. I ran it a decent amount in 3. It was pretty decent, but just could not compete, especially against like the blue-purple. So Neozeon, first level 9 unit, I think. First level 9 card. Pretty interesting. Gets deal 3 anytime a Neozeon is deployed, which could be pretty nutty. So if you can survive till then, pretty fun card. And Alvaron. I do like Alvaron. Hoping maybe someday we get like a token set that has Alvaron in it. But not holding my breath. Might be a little bit long till we get the CB Season 2 stuff. Imagine they'll probably do a break. Speak of the devil, Salvatore. I know a lot of people have been pretty excited for Neozeon. Which can't blame them because it is a very silly and fun sounding card. Oh, well, there is our resource, and it is the victory. Not really the one I wanted, but I won't complain too much. Last 3 packs. It's looking like no SP, but you never know. I think my bud that we went down with is the last box out of that case, so I'm hoping if I don't get it here, he's got it in his. So kind of looking for a Destiny if possible here. Nina and Penelope Fight Form. Looking at the LRs here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we should have one more, which I hope is not Gundam, because I have a lot of those. Destiny would be the one I want the most. Or take a Banshee, mostly just because I traded my Banshees away, so do need a couple more of those. But I was looking for Kyrios. Ray, I don't think we've seen him. I pulled an altar of him during our sealed event. And the Wilgam, first 7 HP base. Conditionally, but our last pack, we know there is an LR. We know it is not a God pack, unfortunately. One of these days. Hey, there's the Destiny I was talking about. High maneuver during pair, attack, pay cost to deploy a Minerva squad. Played against a guy playing that today. It's pretty nutty. Especially if you can bring back Destiny with your Destiny. It is hard to deal with. And the victory resource. Alright folks, well that was one whole box. Probably grab another box or two in the upcoming days just to finish off a set of everything. I would like to get a play set of all the LRs. And you know, it's fun opening alt arts. So, show that off again. There's our Blaze Zaku. And our unicorn. It's a very cool looking card of the final scene in the show. Blocking the colony laser. Alright folks, well that was it for me. Hopefully you guys can all get up some boxes and have some good pulls, get those SPs, build out those decks you're looking to build out. Hopefully the archetype that you like got its support. And as much as I like this set, I know GD05 will be the one I go really hard on. I'm really looking forward to the G Gundam stuff. I know they already teased those Shining Finger, Shining Gundam. So I think those cards are going to be sick. Other than that, hope you have a good rest of your day and rest of your weekend. Catch you guys